Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And we've got another round of battles with this Hail team. Again, going with the Choice Scarf, Abomasnow, and Life Orb Beartic. It actually hasn't been working super well for us since we got to Master Ball. Jellicent's been working well, though. That's like the thing carrying this team right now. Oh, well, this is a team that I have no idea what to do against. Which is a constant issue with the team preview, because it's like, I want to bring the Hail stuff, but then I want to bring, like, 2 more additional Pokemon with that. Which is becoming, like, our biggest issue with the Hail team. Is just having all these weaknesses, and then one Pokemon can't cover enough of their weaknesses. I do feel like Beartic can hit a bunch of stuff hard here. So I do want to bring the Hail. And then Jellicent? Okay, we'll go with that. I was really debating on Arcanine for that Ferrothorn. Because if that Ferrothorn comes and our Arcanine isn't here, that could be an issue. I mean, Beartic does have superpower. And we have a Togekiss here. And our opponent, she's not expecting this to be a Choice Scarf Togekiss, but I'm fully expecting this thing to Dynamax and Max Flare to get rid of the Hail. Because I know Togekiss, this is like the one thing I didn't want her to leave. Okay, just Flamethrower, so not getting rid of the Hail. And again, I don't know if this Togekiss is carrying weakness policy. I've seen a lot of them running weakness policies. So we gotta be careful with this. So I want to get some damage on this thing before trying to hit it with, like, a Blizzard. Or it can run away. Show me Excadrill. Oh, Ferrothorn, of course. There's the Ferrothorn. You know, if we could get a burn on this Ferrothorn. Oh, sweet. We have burned the Ferrothorn. Well, with that, I'm not as afraid of Power Whip. Actually, I really shouldn't be afraid of Power Whip. So what I should be doing here is just going for the taunt and forcing this burned Ferrothorn to attack me. Like, what's it gonna do? It's not gonna do a Body Press to a Jellicent, because that won't do anything. Gyro Ball, not gonna do anything. Power Whip, it'll be super effective, but it's burned. But instead, we switch our Beartic in, because I'm like, oh, I still have a couple turns of Hail. I can maybe see if Superpower knocks this thing out. I should have taunted this thing. And that, I believe not taunting the Ferrothorn is going to end up being the mistake that cost me this match. Do I win this? I don't even remember if I win this or not. I remember we struggle a lot here, because it is a Leech Seed Protect. Is this my defensive Ferrothorn? Because it sure seems like it right now. Most Ferrothorns aren't running Protect. But this one is. I like it. Well, I like the Ferrothorn when we get to use it. It's like, I should have taunted. I don't know why past gameplay me is like so scared of Jellicent being hit by a Power Whip from a burned Ferrothorn. Because I really shouldn't be. We got the burn on this thing. We should be staying in with Jellicent and taunting it and all this silliness. I was protecting to scout for the superpower. I like how I was protecting to scout for fire attacks and then switching in the stuff. Well, I could go for setting my Hail again and then bring Beartic back in. But part of me is like, well, what if she predicts this and goes for a Dynamax Max Flare? That would be like the worst case scenario here. So, Hail up, you can Flamethrower and... Oh no. Oh no. She totally predicted our... Oh, we are totally getting outplayed now. If I would have taunted the Ferrothorn and then switched out, this would be a very, very different game. Because I would have had at least one or two turns on Hail with... yeah, now we don't even have Hail. To set Hail, I need... I don't know if this is a good idea or not. Nothing's a good idea anymore. I'm just gonna go for Strength Sap to refill some health and try to stall out the Dynamax turns. Maybe I can reset the Hail... Oh, that did a chunk of damage. Maybe I can reset the Hail later with Beartic Dynamaxing. But I need to stall out these Dynamax turns first. No, I didn't quite refill the amount that I wanted to. There's a max Starfall. That's fine. That was a safe move. And it sets the Fairy Terrain, which actually stops it from being... stops status effects from happening. There's an Air Slash that does too much damage. Oh, we're flinching. If we could stall out these Sun turns. Oh, good. We missed an Air Slash. Get some damage. We're not going to get the burn. Okay, there. The Sun is gone. I mean, we still can't fully switch into Beartic because he cannot take another attack. And then have to take another attack from being outsped because there's no Hail. And even if we do get the Hail up, I don't know, do we outspeed this thing? Yeah, we would have 2 HP left, we flinched. But the good news is I think Jellicent might have done enough damage to this. Yeah, not going for Taunt on that Ferrothorn, that kind of wrecked me. Oh. Oh, no. Ancient Power. Oh, and of course it gets the boost. With Serene Grace, that has a 20% chance of happening. And it happened. Well, this is not better. We might not even survive this. We have to Dynamax, because we need the HP boost. But see, we already took some damage from that Leech Seed. See, I think what we could have done instead, if we had taunted, and then we switched to Beartic, we'd still have the Hail up, and then if they stayed in with Ferrothorn, we could have Dynamaxed Beartic, went for Max Knuckle, got a attack boost, or if we went back to hey, that we killed the thing. We got our Hail back up. Problem is, we're going to die to our own Life Orb. There's a Ferrothorn. And then we could have outsped and just killed the Togekiss with Max Hailstorm. Which it probably would have killed after an attack boost. It could have also switched after the taunt. Yeah, we kind of took ourselves out there. Don't even know what her third Pokemon was. That was rough. Alright, let's try again. Below 30,000. How low can we go in the Master Ball tier? Let's really switch up the music. I know people like Oleana's music. I'll give it another try. My favorites, I think, are still going to be the Gym Leader and Marnie. Alright, so we're going to search out an opposing trainer. So we're seeing more of the issues with Hail. I have to bring the two ice types. I can't switch Beartic in on much. So it's hard to get Beartic out there while the Hail is still going. Maybe I could try extending the Hail time with the Ice Rock. I feel like this team was working better when I was more super defensive with the Light Clay Abomasnow. So we got that Aurora Veil up. Here we have a bunch of defensive Pokemon. Arcanine that could be offensive or defensive. Most of this team does not seem to like Jellicent, because we can taunt the defensive Pokemon. Arcanine's not going to like it. We know Excadrill doesn't like Jellicent. So Jellicent feels pretty good here. Do I want, but for the rest of the team, do I want Hail? Or do I want... We're gonna go with the Hail again. Silvally Poison might not have been too bad here. I mean, the only thing that would have resisted it would be the Excadrill. No, wait, Ghost resists poison, but we have Crunch. Yeah, Silvally would have been good here. Provided we could taunt like this thing and then switch to Silvally Poison. Start setting up. Let's just see how much damage we can do with the Blizzard. Who knows, maybe we'll get a Freeze. Our opponent sees the Hail and now doesn't know what to do after not really knowing what to do in the team preview. That's okay. I felt the same way against all these really defensive Pokemon. Gonna fire off a Blizzard. Strength Sap. Okay, that's fine. Another issue, as you've seen, that I have not had the... I mean, I have the stuff, but I just don't want to pull the trigger on Abomasnow. And I'm talking about PP ups and PP max on, like, Blizzard and Leaf Storm. Okay, so this is quickly not going to work. We're just gonna switch in Jellicent. What is this thing gonna do? Oh, it's gonna withdraw. Poogie Mugu. I know what this thing does. It's basically like a water-type version of Shuckle. It'll do like Toxic, Recover, Protect. It has like Innards Out. It can do Scald. It can do a few other things. It might have like, does it get an electric sort of move? It can do like Thunder Wave if it wanted. Okay, I don't fully know, but I know the general idea. Toxic. Yep, there it is. No Toxic for you. Yeah, so two Pokemon here that Jellicent seems like it's going to be really good against. I'll just go for the Giga Drain. It is a water type. I already mentioned that. Okay, we got some damage. Mirror Coat. Ouch. Okay, well, I think I end up winning this race here, because the Giga Drain is still going to restore some of our health. If he wants to go for another Mirror Coat, that's fine. Whimsicott. This is a thing I would love to be able to taunt. But our hail stopped, but I can't really taunt it. And you can kind of see where this match is going. Our opponent brought the 3 super defensive Pokemon, while we don't really have much that can just punch through. Beartic is... I mean, Beartic might be able to help us kill this Whimsicott, and then it's just going to kind of sit around and not hit things super effectively. Snow Warning, we get the Hail Boost, which we really don't need. Well, we don't need the Slush Rush for Beartic, really. Everything's defensive, or this Whimsicott is going to be... Yeah, it's going for the Leech Seed, but we have a Grass type, so we're immune to that. But here's where we need more... I don't know what it's going to do. I'm expecting a switch here, because this Whimsicott's not going to be able to do much, but the problem is we're... Two problems. Number one, we're Choice Scarfed. Has Protect, of course it does. Number one, we're Choice Scarfed. That's not going to do much. And number two, we don't have the PP ups on our Blizzard and Leaf Storm that we really need for this defensive type of matchup. Again, if I had like my defensive Abomasnow, like I could set up my own Leech Seed on things that aren't Whimsicott. And then I could just keep threatening Whimsicott with Blizzard. I mean, it could eventually like substitute. Yeah, so because we're Choice Scarfed, and because I don't really feel like Dynamaxing here. I don't know what I'm going to do Dynamax with. I'm going to try to Dynamax with the Beartic, probably. I mean, you could have Dynamax went for Max Hailstorm, knocked out the sub, and just kind of put the Whimsicott in a bad spot. So actually, we're just using Jellicent here as a pivot. Because Whimsicott has Prankster, and even if it didn't, it's so darn fast, there's no way we're going to get a Taunt off on it with this thing. Otherwise, Taunt just completely wrecks this entire team. Leech Seed, hey, that doesn't work. Also, seeing this type of team makes me... It makes me want to use like a Roserade with Toxic Spikes. Sleep Powder substitute. Roserade could also get Leech Seed on that. Yeah, this thing would not appreciate... This team would not appreciate Toxic Spikes being set up. At least not the defensive half of this team, which is what we're kind of contending with. Alright, I don't have Hail, because we came back in just before the Hail ended. Our issues are being compounded, but we're going to threaten this Whimsicott with, and set up our Hail at the same time with Abomasnow. If it wants to switch to Pukimuku, that's fine. If it wants to switch to Corsola, that's fine. If he wants to sit there and substitute while I threaten you with ice attacks, that's fine. The reason I'm doing this is because Blizzard would only have 70% accuracy without the Hail. Can't really afford that. So we'll reset the Hail. Also, our Choice Scarf is no longer applying while we're here, so I'm still not locked into a move even when I get out of the Dynamax turns. Alright, Whimsicott, same position you're in. Do you want to switch? You want to substitute? Yeah, see, the problem with this is it's just draining my Blizzards. And we don't have 8 Blizzards, we only have 5. But yeah, here's also where I think my defensive Ferrothorn would have been better. Because I could switch my attacks freely, number 1. Number 2, I could set up Leech Seed on the things that aren't Whimsicott. And then I can threaten the Whimsicott with the Blizzards. So, who knows, maybe I should go back to the defensive Abomasnow. But honestly, after this video, after Hail not working super well, hey, we got the Whimsicott with the Hail damage, because Hail happens before the leftovers. There's Corsola. So we want to go back to Jellicent, taunt this thing. The only other issue with this Corsola is I don't have a way of really punching it hard. Beartic does get Throat Chop, I could give it that. I don't want Beartic switching into a Will-O-Wisp though. Oh! I was wondering what you were going to Dynamax, or how you were going to Dynamax with your super defensive team. This is kind of unexpected. This is Max Phantasm. This has to be Max Phantasm. What else could it be? Max Guard? Yeah, that's Max Phantasm. Did you predict this? You must have predicted the switch to my Jellicent. Well, that is bad. Must be off of the Nightshade. Yeah, and looking at the team preview, I'm like, there's no way that they're just going to pick all the defensive Pokemon. Because then what would they be using Dynamax for? Well, we got our answer to that. Alright, Beartic. You cannot... Yeah, we're now revealing Beartic. We switched Beartic into something! Yay! Just in time for the hail to stop, but that's not going to matter. We're jolly max speed. We're going to outspeed everything they have anyways. So we'll just go for Icicle Crash. I didn't do much. I didn't do much at all. Beartic can learn Throat Chop. I don't know that that would be super helpful, but yeah, while it's Dynamaxed, it can't go for Will-O-Wisp because that just turns into Max Guard. And now it can go for Will-O-Wisp again, but it doesn't really need to, because quite frankly, we're at 53 health after... We're looking for the flinch here. That's what we're looking for. Flinch, please? Curse Body? No, that's not flinch. Stealth Rock. I mean, you can do that. Late game rocks. Darn, I really did not want Icicle Crash being curse-bodied. Alright, which is stronger? Looks like Play Rough is, well, technically Superpower, but that's not going to work here. I should probably be switching here. I'm hoping to knock it out. Didn't knock it out. That's bad. That's worse. This is why we needed Taunt. Yeah, the whole concept of Dynamaxing Corsola just threw me off here. And the fact that I can't switch attacks on the Abomasnow. Yeah, I think this team works better with defensive Abomasnow. If I had defensive Abomasnow, I wouldn't care about Will-O-Wisp. I could just set up Leech Seed on this thing. And its strength saps would eventually become too weak to really do anything. And Jellicent would appreciate a Leech Seed up right now. Oh gosh. The Stealth Rock just put us in range of Nightshade. How much are we going to heal with this? Probably not much. Yeah, no, that's not enough. Because now we're in the same position we were just in, where we died to a Nightshade. Even after leftovers. Oh, this is bad. We can Giga Drain, get some damage on this thing. But then we're going to get locked into a move that has less than 5 PP because we've been using it. When we send out our Abomasnow. Well, this keeps us alive for another turn. Yay. But yeah, after this, I think I'm going to retire the Hail idea for now. I could go with Vanillix as a Hail setter. It does get the Snow Warning ability. It's got 79 base speed, so a bit better than Abomasnow, and it has higher special attack. So it could do the Choice Scarf idea, Choice Scarf Blizzard idea better than Abomasnow can. It doesn't have the grass attack or grass typing, but it could also do like Freeze Dry for ice types, Aurora Veil. It could run a set that runs Taunt as well. Vanillix gets Taunt. So it could be like Taunt, Blizzard, Aurora Veil. It could be usable. Its Blizzard would pack more of a punch. That is for sure. Freeze Dry for water types or Flash Cannon, one of those two. But yeah, this is... And our opponent's just going to run down the clock. Yeah, we're not winning this anyway, so... Yep, we lost to Anderson. Alright. But I think I'm going to actually retire the Hail team for now. Maybe we'll pick it up sometime later down the road, and maybe we'll try the Vanillix with that. Maybe we'll get Slush Rush Dracozolt sometime. That'd be fun. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.